going on, you crazy bastards? You're back here with Rob Kimball from sonsofwrestling.com for a TNA Hardcore Justice review. And let me tell you what, Hardcore to Janice was awesome. This was the way we start off the show. Amazing match. Bram and Abyss tore the fucking house down. Amazing shit. Comment below what you guys thought. So many people, like I tweeted out earlier in the night, the people that hate on TNA bitch about WWE not doing wrestling like this. Why would you hate TNA if it's the thing that you want to see? Just throwing it out there, guys. And just insane. It was a great goddamn match. You have a little bit of everything. You get the tacks out there. Bram is split open. His head's gashing blood. He gets thrown into the board with the barbed wire. His back is gashing blood everywhere, and his arms bleeding all over the place. But he still ends up climbing the ladder, grabbing Janice. But Abyss ends up with Janice there for a moment, and Abyss gets slammed into one of these boards with the barbed wire, and then a choke slam from Abyss to Bram on top of the thousands of tacks, on top of the gashes he got from the board with the razor goddamn wire. It was amazing. Really good shit, because Bram prevails. He plants Janice into the chest gut of Abyss and takes the victory here. Awesome match, guys. Bram has got a bright future in TNA. And just to let you guys know, if you didn't hear the news, Spike TV is keeping Impact Wrestling on at least until the end of 2014. Not the beginning of October or the end of September. So show wasn't canceled, so we got lots to look forward to, and by the time the 2014 winds down, we hit the UK tour. Hell yes. Spike's not going to miss out on that. Then we have EC3 backstage, and he has a plan to hold the ones responsible for his arrest to be held accountable, and that's coming up. So EC3, Spud, and Rhino come down to the ring, and EC3 snaps. He's telling how he feels about the one that allowed this to happen, the one that failed, the mercenary Rhino. And well, he's running his mouth pretty good, and Rhino just cuts him off, takes the mic, and he tells him he just might end up fucking getting killed if he runs his mouth a little bit more, and he could take his money and shove it right up his ass, and calls him a bitch to get the crowd reaction. And well, EC3 in awesome form grabs that mic back and slaps the shit out of him, calling him a bitch, and he beats the hell out of Rhino. EC3 now looking strong and gold on the mic. EC3, another guy with a bright future in TNA. The guy is awesome at what he does, and he even chucked Spud. He was so in the moment, so that was pretty cool. Friends, and he just snapped. So you see a different side of EC3 coming up. Ethan Carter. Where do we go from here? But I like it. It's awesome. Then we have the Hardys backstage, and they have a plan. They got a plan, and they got to talk to 3D. And so we got this deal rolling, and we know what ends up happening. We get a series, a tag title series with the Hardys, Team 3D, and the Wolves for the Tag Team Championship, because the Hardys need us to get their legacy, cement their legacy, get the belts. They want it one more time. So, guys, pretty cool. I cannot wait for this series. Then we have Low Key versus Samoa Joe for the X Division Championship. And yes, awesome match. Trending worldwide _1 for, I don't know how long it was, at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It was up there for quite a while. At least, no, it was US. I didn't check the worldwide, but Joe versus Low Key was trending for a very long time in the #1 spot in the US. So it was just a fucking phenomenal match, and it's so hard to believe that a guy the size of Low-Ki could go rounds like that with a guy of the size of Samoa Joe. But it worked out awesome, and it ends with this killer muscle buster to Low-Ki, and Samoa Joe retains his X Division champion, and he plans on being X Division champ for a very long time. Very good match. Great job by these guys. Awesome shit, and man, TNA is on fire. The first half an hour of this show had more awesome spots in wrestling than a Raw 3-hour show. Just saying, I'm not hating on the company. I'm just saying the guys that bitch about TNA and say it sucks, it is horrible, will watch WWE and bitch about not enough wrestling. Tune in on Wednesday nights, people. It's awesome. Then we move on to Mr. Anderson backstage with Jeremy Borash, and well, he's bitching about Gunner and this and that. Samuel Shaw shows up and he wants him to apologize to Gunner for talking behind his back, and well, this leads into some fists thrown and Samuel Shaw getting chucked into a barricade, and this leads into the I Quit match. Now this goes to the ring finally after some rope gets tied around some necks and some chairs gets planted across the back of Shaw. And in the end here, Gunner comes down with a kick-ass, might I say, total non-stop American shirt. That was very cool. Awesome shirt. Can't wait to see that in shoptna.com. And, well, he gets locked into a submission move, Samuel Shaw does, and he quits as Gunner gets into the ring and he's staring. And I wonder why he got into the ring. I don't know why that happened, but obviously you have your Gunner Anderson feud continuing on. What happens with Samuel Shaw from here? Awesome shit. I liked it. And then we have the Hardys, and they come down to the ring, and Jeff, he gets the crowd into it, chanting Hardys, Hardys. Always good, always fun. You get the crowd into shit, and he wants to cement their legacy, becoming the champions again, the Hardy Boys. And he calls down 3D because they need Team 3D to be involved, because they are two of the greatest tag teams ever. But Bully Ray and Devon say that they would like to be tag champs also, especially going into the TNA Hall of Fame. So, in order for that to happen, they're going to need the tag team champions, the Wolves. So they called the Wolves down. The Wolves are ecstatic, and they are excited to get into a match and grants both teams. Anytime, we want what you guys are, and we are willing to work for it. So anytime you guys want a match, it's on. So really cool shit, and it looks like we're going to have a series later on. First team to win 2 ends up moving on to become the champions, and later on Kurt Angle tells us it's a tag title series. So the victor, they end up getting to pick the stipulation for the next week. So it may be a ladder match or something like that. So that's pretty cool. Throws a little wrench into the whole thing. So it's not just tag match. You know, you got stipulations, which are always fun. Then we have Tenay. Mike Tenay ends up meeting up with Dixie Carter in her home while she's on bed rest, talking about breaking her back, fracturing a rib, this and that. But she did move very well in bed, so she's rested up pretty decent. But, you know, she really did. She went out there, she did something that no owner needed to do, but she did. So, people, you can't hate on her for that, man. She's all heart for her company. So, hell yes. Kudos to Dixie. And then she says, you haven't seen the last of Dixie. Although I'm going to be backstage focusing on the company and getting that shit up and running, you know, where she needs to be. But she plans on making a comeback. So, who knows when that'll be. Not looking forward to that, but she'll do great behind. You know, she did go through with this whole thing, going through the table, which was holy shit badass. Then we have the beautiful people coming down to the ring. You got Angelina Love versus Gail Kim in the last knockout standing. Divas, take note. This was awesome. Holy shit, some of the spots. Wow. You get Botox injection outside of the ring on the ramp with a chair right into friggin' Gail Kim's face. Wow. Let a knockout try that. Holy shit, this was amazing. And knockouts they really can go. They do some crazy shit. And I seen Taryn Terrell posted a tweet earlier, her lifting some fucking weights, way more than I could pick up, I think. Holy shit, there were stacks on each side of this damn bar, deadlifting them. Wow. Kudos. Hell yeah. Then, well, we end up getting Gail Kim nailing the eat defeat for the victory, retaining her belt. Hell yes, Gail Kim's a great champ, so. And she's probably the best knockout diva, whatever the hell you want to call them, woman's wrestler. She's excellent. Then we have, like I said, Angle backstage. He talks about the tag title series. Can't wait for it. And Team 3D Hardys versus the Wolves. Hell yeah. First team to win 2 becomes champion. Hell yeah. So we have a few weeks of awesome tag team action. Like tag teams. Wow. What a concept. Awesome. Tag team wrestling. It's awesome. So then we have MVP coming out with Bobby Lashley, Kenny King. MVP puts over Lashley big time. And I loved what he said. Said something about Austin Aries, fucking option, see your ass later. And really the person that wins the 6 sides of steals, it's done. They're already a loser. So because Bobby Lashley's a beast and he is not shook. So can't wait for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship match coming up. And then we lead into this 6 sides of steel. We have Austin Aries. The crowd reaction was hot. James Storm, Bobby Roode, Eric Young, Gunner, and Magnus. Well, the Aries and the Bobby Roode chants are awesome. And then we get lots of TNA chants. Seriously, this was pretty crazy. These both corners suplex power bomb, super suplex power bombs. I guess that's what you would call them. That's what they are. Boom, 2 right back to back, and well, you end up leading into Eric Young and Bobby Roode scaling the steel, both flopping out, hitting the floor at the same time. It gets cut down. It's who knows who won, but Earl Hebner's son, he ends up picking Bobby Roode as the victor here. So you end up getting Bobby Roode versus Bobby Lashley for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Hell yes. Comment below, guys. Who do you want as your TNA World Heavyweight Champion? I know 90% of you are probably going to say Bobby Roode, maybe 99%. Awesome shit, Bobby Roode. If he becomes champion again, where does the company go? You could throw the weight of the company on the back of a guy such as Bobby Roode, because guys, gold. Awesome shit. Moving on, you know, to bring this company into 2015. And it's funny, every year they're closing the doors. They're closing the doors. They're getting canceled. Here we are today, guys. End of August. 2014, TNA still running strong, putting out shows like this. Wow. Can't go wrong. Free pay-per-view on TV. Hell yeah, people. Now you can get behind that, and you can get behind me on Twitter at Rob Kimball Brand, and you can get behind all my cool t-shirts at sonsofwrestling.com. Click the t-shirt banner, get yourself a cool shirt, or 2 or 3, $19, no tax unless it's got a backside to it. So guys, it was an awesome show, fun stuff. Comment below, guys. Communicate with each other. Be interactive. Support pro wrestling. Support wrestling fans. Do it down here. Hit subscribe. It's the first time you've ever been on my channel. I keep bringing it, and bringing it. Not via satellite. Upload to YouTube. Anyway, guys, it was fun. Peace.